Hi, Sriram.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, how
Good
are
evening.
you? Yeah,
Good, I'm doing fine. How are you?
yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Okay, the next one is special functions. Okay, so as earlier we've seen functions. Okay, now there are some special functions in Python. This is syntax wise. Here is a switcher. Okay, a function using switcher. See, normally a function is def Fahrenheit to centigrade. It takes a temperature and we have a return optionally like that. But in this case, we have special functions where you have the function name, much like that. Okay, def get shoe size within brackets is a parameter I. Okay, it's one parameter, but inside you have a dictionary. See this. The switcher is a dictionary. Okay. So switcher is equal to flower brackets. Within flower brackets, I have shoe sizes 6 colon small, comma, 7 colon medium, again, comma, 8 colon large, 9 for extra large. Okay. So this is my switcher dictionary. Can be any name, doesn't matter, but this is a dictionary. Now what happens is inside this, we have the return. While returning, I'm saying dictionary name dot get. So dictionary name dot get, and I is passed here. I is passed here. That means my parameter I is here. It will do the get of this when I call the function. So now when I pass get shoe size of let's say 7, it knows this dictionary and says, okay, get 7. It'll go to 7 and return medium. Okay. So dictionary dot get or switcher dot get here, switcher dot get 7 will return the value. It will return the value. Okay. Since this is key value pairs, will return the value medium. And while calling the function, if I do get shoe size of 9, it'll show extra large. Okay. However, if I pass the value 10, which is not in this, okay, that's when it will show invalid size. So if I put the value 10 while calling this get shoe size, it will see that I have not defined the 10 in this dictionary, and there it will go to this default. Inside this get, I have this invalid size, which is the default, and it will return that default invalid size. Is this clear? Def shoe size. Let's. This I is same as I here. This name is appearing here. Okay. So return dictionary name dot get with this parameter I. Uh, yeah, here we are. Get shoe size of I, switcher, these values, key value pairs, separated by comma, inside flower brackets, and immediately this return is right here, below this switcher dot get invalid size, get I, switcher dot get I, and now I'm passing some, let's say I'm passing 6. I'm sorry, we said 7, right? Okay, wait, 7. It returns medium. Okay, you can pass the value, any value inside this list. It will return the value. However, if I pass some value which is not there, it will come here, did not find the value. It will return the default which I have given as invalid size. Okay, so this is a special kind of a function with the dictionary. I put it in the chat. You can try like this with another cell. Hit choose size 7 and try with a value like that. Okay. All right. Now, functions can have conditions checked inside that, like if, else, elif, like that, right? Multiple conditions. However, we have seen one example earlier, but this is a different example with the match case syntax. Somewhere around Python 3.11 version, I think here, yeah, 3.10 version, pardon me, 3.10 version, match included the match case, okay? The match case option can be put inside the function definition. So def my weekday within brackets, parameter is day. This parameter you're checking inside as match day, okay? Match day colon and 4 character spaces, case 1 colon, return Sunday. Case 2, return Monday. Case 3, return Tuesday. Okay, this is a match case, match and a case definition of it replaces, or it, instead of using a if, elif, else option, you can use this match case. Okay, and when you print my weekday of 2, here it will return Monday. Okay, so is this clear? Match case. Okay, match case, we have that here. Def my weekday of day and match day, these two should be the same. Match that key, okay, match that parameter colon, okay, and then case 1, case 2, case 3, like that. Match. So now I can say print print my weekday of 3 is going to return Tuesday. Here there can be a case else, invalid day. Okay, so I just modified that. Case else is underscore. For any other value, you can say invalid day. So like that. So then print my weekday is 3. So if I give my weekday of 10, it's going to give my any other option. So underscore is representing any other value. Okay, so invalid day or holiday or something. Invalid day was Sunday. Yeah, this indentation is quite rigorous in Python. Match, then 4 character spaces. You can see the 4 dots there, then case. Okay, like that. Then so this is with function definition with the match case. Okay. All right. Now let's move on. This is lambda functions. Now we have seen earlier the function like Fahrenheit to Celsius and so on, right? Where we have an argument where we pass the value of Fahrenheit, it will convert to Celsius and it will show. So that had the def keyword, okay, where we explicitly created the function with the name of the function, like in this case, we have explicitly told like def, and this is the name of the function, my weekday, right? So in Python, you have some advanced functions like lambda function. Now, lambda function are functions created on the fly, Okay, that means I don't have the time and have not thought about, okay, I should create that function explicitly. Um, we want to create the function right there at that point of time in the code. Okay, and that's this with the keyword called lambda. Okay, lambda will have the parameter. Okay, there we pass the parameter in brackets after the name of the function definition. Whereas here, lambda, just the parameter. Okay, you can think of it like f of x is equal to x squared. Okay, so the lambda keyword is making it a special function. Okay, so lambda, lambda space temp colon the formula. What you want to return is after the colon. Okay, so temp minus 32 into 5 by 9, this is your Celsius value, and you're going to assign it to a variable, any variable. Okay, here Fahrenheit to Celsius, I put a short variable name, FACE, phase is equal to lambda temp colon. So this is function will just get created on the fly. And not only that, it is one of the fast functions. Okay, it's a special function. It is not available in other programming languages. Whereas Python has this lambda function, which is a specialty. Okay, so here is how a lambda function is created. Much like f of x is equal to x squared. In the fly, you are defining. So since Python have a mathematical origin, they've got this lambda function. And not only that, it is one of the fastest functions in Python. Okay, defining like this way is very fast for the compiler or the interpreter. Fine. So here, once you define a lambda function, now you want to loop through for t in, I have a list here. For t, okay, I have a list called Fahrenheit values, 32 and 2 and 12. So then for t, for each value in this list, I'm looping through the list. Okay. Now I pass print phase. See, this is a variable, phase of t. I can pass like that. This t will get substituted for the temperature in this definition. And then it will go through returning the value of this formula. So phase t will return the first value, 32 of the 32 will get substituted here. It will give you 0 degrees Celsius. And the next value from this list. So here we have a list which is a set of data, and we're looping through that list and applying this lambda function for each element of that list. Okay, so the way you call it is just the variable of that function. So you're not define any explicit name, but you can use the variable of the function here only for lambda function. Okay, so that's a special case. Let's go back here. I've taken another example here. Result is equal to lambda x colon x plus 1. Okay, the simple result. This is a lambda function. And print result of 4 going to give you 5. So f of x is equal to x squared, like that. Okay, you can define like this. And then here is Fahrenheit to Celsius, lambda of temp colon, the formula is on the right side. Okay, formula is on the right side of the colon. Then print Fahrenheit to Celsius of 212. It's just one value I'm printing. Okay, that will work for one value. The value of the variable is what is now appears to be a function. Though it's just a variable, this is a lambda function. Now I have a list of Fahrenheit values here. Fahrenheit 32 to 12, like that. For T in Fahrenheit, print Fahrenheit to Celsius of T degrees Celsius. So it gives me the output 0 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius for each of this. Okay, so that's me. Okay, so you can try each of this. Right, lambda space x colon x plus 1. Okay, and then you're passing result. Result is my variable, but I'm passing result like a function now. Okay, result of 4. Result within brackets 4. Okay. Is that working? All right. Lambda functions. They're very fast functions. Fahrenheit to Celsius. I'm taking one value. It converts. Did you understand lambda function, Sriram?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, this is a list, looping through a list and using the lambda function here. Okay. I'm back here. Now, in the last example, we saw Fahrenheit list, and then we used the lambda function looped through, right? See, we've done the for t in Fair, okay? For t in that list, right? Whenever you use this for t in this list, it's going to Python is going to take more time than a different notation. Okay, I repeat. In this example, we call what's a map function. Okay, so map functions are much faster than looping through for. Okay, so looping through for element in the list. So here we are for T in the list FAHR, right? So when you do that way, it is much, it's going to iterate through this list, obviously, and it is pretty much using lambda function, it's fast. But whenever you have a case of where you're applying a formula on a list like this, you're better off using map functions, which are much faster. Okay, map function is just as it states, is the word map as a function. It's a built-in function. Okay, what it does is the map function takes the first argument as your lambda function. Okay, first argument is lambda function. Then the second argument is a list. Okay, it's an iterable. Okay, it's a list. So then what it understands is, it understands it will map this function onto each element of the list, or each element is by default iterated for this function. So you take a function, apply it on a list, you're better off and you're faster using map function. Okay, so is this clear? First, I have lambda function, which itself is fast, and then map function to map a function, or to run a function on every element of the list. Okay, so then we make a list of what is returned. We're getting value 0 and 100. Okay, you don't need to loop through. So instead of using for loops, this is faster than for loops. So that's why you use map function. They're faster than for loops. Okay. Let's go here. So that's the map function. I have Fahrenheit values. I have the same formula, the list and formula. Okay. And then using map function and the list. The return value, I'm just keeping it in a list here. So this is the map function. Okay. So that's the list. So list function, the lambda function, map function, and the list. So that's this map function from the list. That's the notation used here. Okay. And of course, I'm printing it as a list. Okay. So map. So that's about special functions. And let's see. And next is file handling. I'll do in tomorrow's session. Okay. So we'll wrap it up here. Have a good day. Enjoy.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Yeah, take care. Bye.